Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you around the 1947 partitionarchive.org website. The URL is listed at the top here. And just briefly about the 1947 partition. The British Indian Empire in 1947 was partitioned into the Dominion of Pakistan, which later split into Pakistan and Bangladesh, and the Union of India, later the Republic of India. So one result of this partition was that millions of Hindus, Sikhs, and Muslims were forced or decided to leave their ancestral homes and move their families to other countries. It was probably the largest mass migration event in human history, if not the largest mass migration in human history. So the 1947 Partition Archive is a nonprofit organization that documents, preserves, and shares eyewitness accounts of partition survivors. The organization provides a platform to collect, archive, and display oral histories that document not only the partition, but pre-partition life and culture, as well as post-partition migrations and life changes. So to learn more about the organization, you can always go to their About Us page, and here I will talk more about their mission in detail, as well as ways to contact the organization. And then if you have a question, you can go to the FAQ page, and then more information about their team. All right. And if you're interested in sharing your story, or if you have people in your family or friends, whoever that you think could contribute to this project, you can go to Share a Story. And here they have a form that you can fill out. Just fill in all these fields and then just hit submit. It's not that long, and they will get back to you about that. And to learn more about the types of questions that would be asked during the interview, you have links to the questions as well as the interview process, which you can also go to directly from here. And the questions are provided. These are sample questions. Of course, these will probably change during the interview, like depending on who the person is. Based on the stories, each story is unique, so yeah, the questions will vary and change, but these are the prompts and the questions that they would use just to get the interview process started. So if you have done an interview, you can request copies of your interview, and then you have links to some of their documents, so post-questionnaire forms, are for those who are actually training to be a part of the team. You have a file there, so any kind of forms or documents you'll find in that field. And again, if you want to get involved, if you want to be a part of the team, you can go over here, and they have listings for internships and jobs and more information about that. All right, and so here they have, this is a really helpful tool, especially I think for teachers and educators. If you go to Partition Library, they have a wealth of information in book format, films and videos, web resources. So here they go alphabetically, and it goes from A to Z, and there's a lot of books here. As you can see where I'm scrolling, it's a lot. I'm not even halfway through yet, and we're just in C. So there's a lot of books here, both new and old. So that are relevant to the 1947 partition. And then if you have a title that you're looking for specifically, you can search the title in this search bar and just hit submit. As you can see that the website, or the partition library, is presently under construction, but once completed, they'll have a full compilation of all the known resources on the partition. Okay, and then the newsroom, here you can just find the latest news, events, press releases, all that kind of information regarding the 1947 archive organization. So in the news, you can click on that and just find like articles and such if you're interested in reading that. The latest one is from September 2017. And then the last tab at the top navigation is this donate. If you're interested in becoming a donor, you can do so here. You can do a one-time donation, or you can do it monthly. It all depends on you, but again, it's for a great cause. And this is a not-for-profit organization, so donations do help. Okay, so going back to the home page. Also, okay, here at the top, you can see that they're on various social media accounts. So they have Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So if you want, you can join that as well and follow them there. What else? Okay, and then the main thing itself here, I went back to the home page and you can see that they have the individual stories. If you want to see them, they can be viewed through this interactive map, and it allows you access to the oral histories of pre-partition life, post-partition migration, and all of that. So the markers on the map, you can't actually see it right now, but if I zoom in, okay, here, now you can see the markers, and it has like numbers associated in the different places. So there's 118 stories coming from this region, and they've managed to collect 1,286 up here. Of course, you can see that's very close to the border. You're going to get more stories over there. Zoom in more, and you can pinpoint like exactly where, in which city. So yeah, or you can search here in the search bar. You can type in the interviewee's name or location. If you know the sponsor, you can just enter that in here, or you can just use their drop-down menu and you can select the city over here. And I just clicked on a random one, and it looks like there's one story available from here, and I'm not even going to attempt to read the name, but the age in 1947 was 17. This person was 17, and it tells you where they migrated from and to. If you click on that, there's no picture of this person, unfortunately, but here the story summary is coming soon. So this one's not in just yet, but let me pick another one where you can actually see the person perhaps. Here's another person. This person was aged 6 when they had migrated. Oh, okay, and so here we have images. Those are lovely. And here you have a summary. And you can read about that over here. So again, this is just a summary of the entire interview. The complete interview is expected to be public. It says in 2017, we're in 2018 now, so it might take some time, but eventually all the interviews will be made public. So that's about it for this website. Like all the information that you'll find here will be the interviews. So there's no, as far as I know, there are no video recordings or audio just yet. Again, these things, depending on how they chose to do the interview, I believe that will be made public later, but you'll just have information regarding just the summary of the interview. So let me just click one more. Yeah, so some of these you'll find that the story summary is coming up soon. But the material here will, once made public, will not only be beneficial to historians, but it will benefit students as well as just the larger public in general. Stories of partition survivors can transport people, students, to their time in a way that books and movies can't. So despite the similarities in some of these stories, I think students will learn that each experience, no matter what, is distinct and each is conveyed differently. Each person experienced, although the same thing, but in different ways. So high school teachers can utilize this collection when discussing the British Indian Empire and the struggle for independence, and also like the road to partition. And lessons can cover a number of aspects of this period. So, for example, how the Second World War impacted on India's relationship with Britain, or the differences between Indian politicians Jinnah and Gandhi. So, further discussions can explore the immediate impact of partition, including its effects on the Muslim population. And I think that's all that I had to share with you guys today. But I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that this is a resource that you will come to in the future or that you will contribute to or support. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.